Thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. Just getting everything finished setting up. All right. Okay. wants us to check for more requests. It helps if I turn the volume up so I can actually hear the game. New to the East Gate. I wanted to read the sign. Lame. Oh, shoot.
Man, that turn radius.
I mean, it's a bus.
My dude, I wasn't even close to ready yet, and you just went whole hog.
Oh, sorry.
I walked away. I was getting some water. I was getting my hot pack. I had Baldur's Gate in the middle of a conversation.
I'm sorry.
I was not prepared. Let me get the stream up and get the stream sharing on the right screen. There we go. Okay. Let's flip-flop my screens around. Now I'm ready. We just barely missed it.
Damn, if that ain't our luck. Got any idea when the next one's coming?
I think it shouldn't be too long of a wait.
According to the schedule here, the next bus will depart in approximately 2 hours.
2 hours?
Seems like you were a little off the mark there, Lloyd.
Well, that's just great. I was hoping we could get to the hospital later today too, but so much for that. Guess we could start an investigation somewhere else for today, but honestly, I'd rather not.
Neither would I. We've only just decided on how to proceed, too.
Given the circumstances, could we not simply walk to Amorica Village?
Huh?
Theo?
Whoa there, you can't be serious.
Judging by the distance shown on the map, I would estimate that it takes approximately 1.5 hours to walk there. Conversely, sitting and waiting for the next bus will see us there in 2.5 hours. As such, would it not be more efficient of us to walk to Amorica?
When you spell it out like that, it certainly does make sense. I've actually heard stories of how beautiful the countryside along the road can be. Perhaps it'd be more enjoyable if we think of it as a fun little hiking trip, right?
Dude, these gals seriously trying to convince themselves this to be a fun little stroll?
It's painfully obvious they've never tracked the highway by foot.
What are you two whispering about?
Oh, nothing, really. You know, monsters tend to run around the highways. Are you two okay with that?
I hadn't thought of that. We ventured into the geofront, though, so I think we'll be fine if we run into a few monsters here and there.
Additionally, I still need to accumulate more combat data for my Orbital staff. I would actually prefer some additional combat experience.
Alright, you've convinced me. Let's walk then.
Right. right. We should get going. I'm actually looking forward to this a little now. Had I known this would happen, I would have prepared us lunch. We could have had a cute countryside picnic on the way.
That is true. We should arrive at the village by noon, however. Perhaps we can have lunch there once we arrive.
Hey, Randy. It's us. It's up to us to protect them if they get worn out on the way there.
Don't worry, I got this, man.
How dare they judge the stamina of these two ladies with them? How
Well, to be
dare.
fair, Ellie apparently, or at least gives off the air of being probably not somebody who is used to this. Tio is 14.
That is not a good enough reason to have judgments.
And
Plus, we also don't get
14-year-olds
to
can have a stamina that's even better than their
14-year-olds.
I know,
own,
but we
so-
don't
Sense.
we don't physically get to see, aside from those little sprites, what they look like. They may be out of shape. We don't know. I'd be surprised because it's anime, you know.
I would highly doubt because they've had training as well.
It's running. I don't need to go over there. Now, to be fair, I do think it is premature to judge their capabilities of doing this before actually doing it.
It's because they're girls.
You need to get a little closer.
I thought you were supposed to serve the people. Here you are, helping yourself. I forgot to get the chest, the thing from the other chest. No, must go back. Oh, I ran into somebody.
Was it something that I missed when I was getting my water?
No,
Ugh.
just our conversation about subclass stuff.
I heard part of that. I had my headphones in.
Yeah, no, that's it. Welcome to the Crossbow Watchtower. We don't know what it's for either.
That's
Ah, goodness, it hurts. Goddess, it hurts. The grass is clipping right through me. Ah, self-aware chest is self-aware.
the graphics strike again.
Ooh, shiny.
Ooh.
The contents of the chest brought to you by the International Bank of Crossbell. Visit us for premium Sepith exchange rates. If you ever hear the IBC, it's the International Bank of Crossbell. The IBC will come up here and there because they talk about it, because it's the bank. It's empty, but the woodwork is amazing. Is it chestnut? Do you feel how hard this chest is? I could bench press your entire body. Hardy. I can't read.
Party.
I mean, same difference, right? Looks like we've hit a fork in the road. I'm pretty sure we have to go north in order to reach Morka village.
Yep, the road on the left will take us there.
Ellie, I had faith in you. What is this? Okay. This is a lot tougher than I thought it'd be.
Agreed. I did not anticipate how strenuous of a hike it was.
These monsters roaming around the highway aren't helping either. You two look like you're about ready to pass out.
Sounds like it's about time we took a breather. What do you say, ladies?
No, I think I'll be. What about you, Tio?
As much as I would love to admit defeat right about now, I was the one who suggested we walk, so I must persevere.
Well, as long as you're okay with it.
Just remember that if you can't take much more than this, you can always ask good old Randy here for a piggyback ride. Or would you rather ride on my shoulders?
Pass. I do not wish to be treated like a child. Furthermore, I doubt you would be satisfied with someone of my stature riding your back, if I am not mistaken.
Hey, true enough. I'd rather have a chick with the voluptuous... Wait a sec. Don't make me out to be some weirdo. I was just trying to be nice.
She got you hook, line, and sinker, Randy. Anyway, let's keep moving. Be surprised if we didn't run into some monsters, so let's take it slow and steady. Don't be afraid to ask, or don't be afraid to let us know if you need to take a break, Tio, alright?
Roger.
Next time, I'm using a lock.
That's what all the chests say. Wow, landscape.
Gate is locked. Is the chest half full or half empty? Neither. It's completely empty. The chest is empty and exercises its right to remain silent.
It has that right. It is correct.
Oh, good timing.
A rest area, eh?
Really? Oh, thank Adios.
How about we take a break here? We can even admire the view while we catch our breath. Sound good?
Yes, I could definitely use a break.
To be honest, that would be ideal.
Sounds like a plan. I'm always game to kick back and take a load off.
Ah, what a nice breeze. I finally feel like I've caught my breath.
Me too. Though, at this rate, I am likely to fall asleep.
I know how you feel. It really is a great view of the countryside, isn't it? It almost feels as if it were taken straight out of a fairy tale.
For real. All the old ruins scattered around really add to the vibe. I bet history buffs will have a field day here.
Indeed. I believe most of them were built during the Middle Ages and have sat untouched since then. Come to think of it, I recall being told this whole area once served as a massive battlefield.
a battlefield here?
Yes. The result of one of the many wars between Erebonia and Calvard. I have heard the ancient battlefield is nearby as well.
The ancient battlefield?
Sounds pretty interesting. We don't come out here too often, so you guys want to go check it out?
Now's not really a great time given we're already behind schedule.
Yeah, we'll have to leave that for another day.
Randy, please do not try to rope us into your slacking.
Hey, what's the matter with you guys? You're way too young to have no sense of adventure. I'd heard Cross Bellins never left the city, but I didn't really believe it till now. You're telling me you seriously never get the itch to just get out of there and spread your wings in the great outdoors?
Not really. People who grew up in the city usually don't feel the need to go anywhere else. Almost everything you could ever want is right there anyway.
Crossbell has always been a trade city, so for the most part we had access to any goods we might need. Furthermore, most international travel these days is done by airship or train. And recently, cars and overbuses are available to take us wherever we need. Honestly, it's been quite some time since I've walked this far.
Though I was not raised in Crossbell, I can certainly relate. I was living in one of the Foundation's research labs for the past few months, so it has been some time since I last walked this much.
Modern conveniences really are turning us into a bunch of lazy bums, huh? You, on the other hand, Lloyd, you look like you still got plenty of energy to spare.
Well, I owe that to the Police Academy's survival and fitness training. Still, my stamina doesn't hold a candle to yours, Randy. All that training with the CGF must have really paid off. You haven't even broken a sweat yet.
Probably just used to running everywhere. Oh, hey, looks like it's back.
That must be the bus making its return trip to the city.
For a moment, I was sorely tempted to stop the driver so I could go back home.
If you did that, then you'd have walked all this way for nothing. Come on, guys, we're in the final stretch now. Just a little bit more and we'll be at the village.
I hope so.
Fine.
Let's get this show on the road, ladies. I believe in you.
A bracer robbing a chest I can understand. But a cop? That's low, man.
The saga of police-related jokes continues.
Sure, you stole from me, but it's all water under the bridge now. Look, the water has physics in this game. How pretty it is.
So pretty.
It actually, like, moves. It did 1 damage, how dare.
How dare.
Growing up, I always wanted to be a dancer. My father made me take up boxing, though.
Heh. Back.
I hope your pockets are now loaded with sepet.
Like a never-ending pun stream.
That's just trails in a nutshell.
You're right.
Monsters appeared.
That was a fancy chest.
I always think she says suck on this. It's not what she's saying, but it sounds like it to my brain. I'd put a joke about law enforcement here, but it'd be a bit of a cop-out.
Another one.
And another one. I mean, they made bracer puns in the last games. After that string of chest thefts in Liberal, you would think they'd have had some locks installed. I don't know who kept stealing from
But
chests.
we didn't take the chest. We didn't take the chest. We took the contents.
Phew. Arwarka Village. We finally made it. Ellie, Tio, how are you holding up?
I'm doing fine. That break really helped.
I am also alive by some miracle. I must admit, though, this village is quite beautiful.
That was the most teenage thing that you could have possibly said there.
Uh-huh. She's still a teenager, even if she tries to act like she's not.
Very much so.
She may act like not a teenager, but it's still there.
That phrase was steeped in attitude.
Yeah, I have a feeling
A
this is gonna
rural
be short.
village surrounded by fields of blooming flowers. It's absolutely breathtaking.
I have a feeling this is gonna be a short stream. I'm over here yawning like crazy all of a sudden.
And there's an irresistibly sweet smell in the air. Is that honey?
Yeah, I can smell it too. Looks like there's an apiary over that way.
How do you pronounce that word?
I
No
think
clue.
it's apiary.
I thought it was aviary, but I think it probably could go either way. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was apiary, but I could be wrong.
I don't know.
According to the database, the honey from Amorica Village is one of the area's specialties. Due to its quality, the demand for Armorican honey is quite high, so it is exported all across Lemuria.
Yeah, I believe it. I always see it being sold in grocery stores and markets. This is where it comes from?
That's right. It's quite a different feeling experiencing something firsthand rather than simply reading about it in books.
Ellie? Is everything okay?
Oh, don't mind me. More importantly, at a glance, this village seems so tranquil. It's almost hard to believe it recently fell victim to a monster attack.
I know what you mean. Looking around, all I see is a carefree, happy village.
Well, based on the CG's report, they first spoke to the village chief for details on the incident.
Okay, let's do the same. If anyone here is up to date on the situation, it'll be him.
Where does he live, though? I suppose we'll need to ask around.
It's almost like the most prominent building in the city. Alrighty.
Wow!
let me look at something real quick. Okay, so this gentleman, is a very, it says kind looking man. He is a very kind man. And is a very pleasing person to talk to. And is very well liked. So, who do we wish to be this gentleman?
Well, Mr. Ghostman, you're a little bit behind on voices compared to Sanders, so just
Am
saying.
I really? That's new.
From what I have recorded in my notes so far, yeah.
Oh. Alrighty. Let's see, what voice do I wish to give this gentleman? Let me see how... Let me see how cheery I can be with this. It was a pleasure doing business with you. Thank you for your continued support.
Yes, the same to you. Though, are you sure that price is okay on your end? It's 20% more than what the other merchants paid.
Well, you can just take that as a sign of how highly prized this village's specialty is. I assure you, I'll be making plenty of profit. There's no need to worry about me.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Always a pleasure to work with you. And feel free to bring your wife and son here with you next time you visit. Your whole family is welcome in our America anytime.
I think I'll do just that. Take care, Chief Tolta. I'm sure I'll be back soon.
Yes, until next time.
Oh, pardon me. That man just now.
He seemed to be a merchant.
In any event, it seems like we found the chief's house.
And who might you all be?
Pardon the intrusion.
Are you the chief of this village, perhaps?
Indeed I am. My name is Tolta. Are you folks tourists?
No, sir. We're here to investigate the recent monster attack in the village.
Oh, yes, that whole issue. The folks over at the Guardian Force have stopped by a few times already. Unfortunately, they couldn't find any conclusive leads. However, I'm full of confidence now that all of you are on the job.
This sudden optimism is familiar.
Yep. Same misunderstanding as usual.
I'm past the point where it surprises me anymore.
Sorry, sir. I should have been more clear.
About what?
Despite what you may be thinking, we aren't from the Racer Guild. We're from the Crossbell Police Department. Special Support Section.
Surprise.
Oh, I see. Look at you, I'd have never guessed you were with the police department. I apologize for the misunderstanding. Well, the police rarely visit America Village, so I can't say I was expecting this. On the other hand, we've seen a number of races come through our gates, following Arios, for example.
Ah, you don't say.
Man, how can that guy be so busy 24/7 and still have the time to pop in and check up on everyone?
Anyway, Chief Tolta. As we explained, we came here as part of our investigation into the monster attacks.
If you don't mind, could we have you give us the details?
Well, of course, let me think. It happened about 3 weeks ago on the night of a new moon. A pack of monsters snuck into our village, laying waste to any crops they could find. Fruit, wheat, even our livestock was hit. Every household in the village was affected by it to some degree.
And there were no eyewitnesses, correct?
Yes, unlike the rowdy folk in the city, people here tend to go to sleep earlier. After all, we need to be up with the roosters for our farm work, so by that time of night, most of us were already fast asleep. It was when we woke up the next morning that we found the paw prints and damage the monsters had left in their wake.
I see.
Is that how you were able to identify them as wolf-like monsters?
That's right. The paw prints they left were unmistakable. Fortunately, the CGF just so happened to be patrolling by the village later that day. Once we informed them about the attack, they conducted a search of the perimeter just to be safe.
Yet, they didn't find a single trace of the monsters. Just as is written in the CGF's report.
Indeed so. It's now been 3 weeks since then, and we haven't had another attack since. And to be honest, I thought this was a one-time issue. I'm sorry to hear that other locations have been attacked as well.
So are we.
You were noticing on the way in that the whole village looks pretty peaceful for a place that got raided by monsters not that long ago. Weren't your losses pretty heavy?
No, it isn't as bad as you think. While it's true that nearly every household was affected, the damage to each of them was relatively light.
Really? I thought it was much worse.
This is merely a rough estimate, but I'd wager the total loss was around 100,000 mira. Still, a loss is a loss. It was a stressful time for the village. Thankfully, we were able to strike a business deal that'll help us recover. I'm happy to say that we've finally been able to break even from our losses now.
Business deal.
Was it with the guest that just left?
That's right. He's a trader from the city. Over the past few years, we've maintained a healthy business relationship. After hearing about the damages, he increased his offers by a wide margin, bless his soul. You don't see that kind of generosity too often in people.
He sounds like a kind man.
A trader, huh? That explains his fancy getup. Words like that don't come cheap.
Yes, well... Considering the shape Crossbell is in, these damages are the least of our worries.
Chief Tulsa?
Sorry, could you explain?
Oops, looks like I got caught up in the moment. My apologies, don't worry about all that nonsense.
Hey now, Chief. You can't just leave us hanging like that. Drop a juicy tidbit like that in front of us, and of course we're gonna want to know more.
Agreed. I do not appreciate being left in the dark.
I suppose I understand what you mean. Well, the ramblings of an old man may not be that interesting to young people like yourselves, but if you're still curious, I can explain.
Yes, sir. Please, tell us everything you know. At this point, any information at all might be able to help with our investigation.
Well, if you insist. Have you ever heard of the Divine Wolves?
Divine wolves?
As in wolves with divine power?
I do not believe in such a term exists in the database.
Just as I thought. This legend must be long lost in the city. A shame, really.
Sorry, but what exactly is a divine wolf? I don't think I've ever heard of the term before.
The Divine Wolves are an ancient species of beasts that once resided in Crossbell. Stories describe them as wolves with fur as white as snow.
You don't mean...
Could these divine wolves be the culprits behind Amorca Village's damages?
There's no evidence for it, of course, but personally, I wouldn't be surprised if they were. You see, the old legends mention that these divine wolves are not ordinary creatures, but holy beasts sent by Helios herself. Long ago, this land of Crossbell was a place rife with conflict and drenched in blood. As the divine wolves watched the foolishness of man play out before them, they would occasionally help the weak and injured. At least that's how the legend goes.
I can't believe I've never heard this before.
Something about this sounds familiar. Yeah, I think I read a fairy tale about a white wolf when I was a little kid. If I remember right, they had a book like that at the library.
Yes, I've no doubt the legend of the Divine Wolf serves as the basis for that particular fairy tale. As I'm sure you're all aware, Crossbell has undergone drastic changes in the past few decades. Once it became the center of trade in Zemuria, being influenced by both the Empire and Republic, Crossbell began to forget its own past. And with that, the Divine Wolves slowly vanished.
Huh. It's not like they just got fed up with our bullcrap. Can't say I blame them.
Those are my thoughts exactly. But it's hard to say for certain what the Divine Wolves' true intentions are. If they have returned after all this time, I can only imagine it would be to warn us of things to come.
Why would you think that?
It may be out of my place to say, but I feel that Crossbell City has been developing too rapidly and too aggressively. Last time I took the bus down to visit, all those changes left my jaw on the floor. It's as if people are so caught up living in the moment, they no longer have the time to remember the past. That's how I see it anyway.
I don't know what to say.
Oh dear, I wasn't intending to lambast you poor kids with the sermon. I just think it's possible that this attack might have been a warning from the returning Divine Wolves. It's just one way of interpreting things, I suppose. But it looks to me like you all took the story a bit too seriously. Please ignore me. Those were nothing more than the ramblings of an old man who doesn't know when to stop talking, obviously.
Oh, no, sir. Not at all. It was very valuable information. I think we may be able to tackle this case from a new angle now.
I guess it was worth it then. Well, back to the subject at hand. You came here to conduct an investigation, right? Is there anything else I can do to assist you?
Yes, actually. May we have your permission to ask the villagers about the incident?
As long as it's you four, that shouldn't be a problem. And it's about noon, too. Perfect. Most people should be getting back from their farm work right about this time.
Oh, I severely regret that voice. Divine wolves, eh? Who knew we'd be adding some legendary beasts to our list of suspects?
Right? Fortunately, we can't confirm or deny their existence at the moment. That's something to keep in mind as we continue our investigation.
What a very Lloyd thing to say. At the very least, the paw prints found at the scene of the crime confirmed the presence of some kind of wolf-like beasts. But they somehow managed to vanish without a trace.
It does not make sense. If they left paw prints, you would normally be able to follow them back to their origin.
Right. Chalk that up as another mystery. We're dealing with something that was able to elude the CGF's investigators.
Well, for all we know, they might just slunk off to some secret path in the woods. No use straining your brain over it till we get more details, you know.
Yeah, you're right. Alright, let's start with gathering whatever intel we can around here. Considering it's already noon, we might as well grab lunch while we're here too.
I can't wait. That hike really stirred up my appetite.
Same here.
I'm always down for some grub. Why don't we head over to the inn and see what info we can find on the way?
Does that voice make you sleepy, Mira? I feel like that voice makes me sleepy.
No.
Really?
It's just that it's slowly starting to become my actual voice because I'm still stuffed up.
No, I just feel like having to do that such monotone voice would just make me sleepy. Not as bad
No.
as the yawning guy did. Oh my gosh.
No,
That's-
it
that
doesn't.
was
It doesn't
bad.
make me
Yeah,
sleepy.
yawning
It's
voice.
just that how stuffed up I am right now. It's really not hard for me to make that voice.
That's fair. That's fair. You're really going to take that AP cut one? Haven't the Armorkans been through enough? Yes. Yes, I am going to take it. And you can't stop me, game. I can just read through these because there's just going to be a lot of one-off people to get things. It's going to be like story, like our investigation important stuff, but they're not. None of them are story important characters. Up to you guys.
We could go in like a round.
All right. Not too long ago, our fields got torn to shreds by some monsters. And things didn't even spare our livestock. Found some paw prints that looked like they were some kind of canine. Whatever it was, I twitched myself.
You did. You did indeed.
Wow. Wait. But it doesn't matter in this game because there's a chat log.
I'm
Whatever it
sorry.
was.
It still happens.
Whatever it was, I can say it ain't from around these parts, that's for sure. Maybe they really were those divine wolves the chief was talking about. Nobody else in this building. Okay.
Even if you can find your lost quotational text, it's still twitchy.
It's just not as detrimental.
Yeah.
During the day, you'll find my husband tending the fields near the village. He's on a lunch break right now. With all this talk of monsters and recent attack, I wish he wouldn't stray too far from the village.
Don't mind me just because of her. Work till 3:30 and sleep till oof. Yikes. I don't envy that, Celtic.
Yikes, Celtic.
I've been worried sick ever since that happened. I really let my kids on my site now.
Oh my god, okay.
You don't have to
So-
make unique voices for all of them if you don't
It
want
could-
to.
I don't care.
Yeah.
But it's a kid! Whatever. So I heard Chief Tolta mention the Divine Wolves were a culprit or something. Psh, we don't even need to worry. If they mess with us again, the Great Camille will teach them a lesson. Your turn, Xander.
I have to do a little girl's voice.
You
Nah,
don't
just
have to.
you can just read it if you don't want to.
Did those wolves do something bad to the village? I don't really know what happened.
All right, fair enough.
Flawless.
I need to find a streamer who has an wacky mode that would actually describe. Yeah. Yes. Nibiri certainly took a hit in that wolf attack, and by extension, so did we. But our losses really weren't as significant as you'd expect. The whole thing sounds so absurd when you actually think about it. I mean, if some monsters were behind it, shouldn't there have been more damage? And I guess we were lucky. I need to give an extra prayer today to thank Adios for protecting us like she did.
I don't know if I can make an emote eye bag with a ghost background. I don't know how that would work.
I don't know, but it'd be kind of funny.
I feel
Just
like
a
it would look kinda weird.
really tired looking ghost.
It's not impossible.
I mean, I'd probably just do the ghost, just do a normal little ghost, and then just do the giant, like, black raccoon eye kind of thing underneath.
Just like raccoon eyes and bags for days.
Yeah, basically. And give him like a kind of a sort of frowny kind of thing. It's the tired.
Oh yeah, no, he wouldn't be smiling. He'd be in a frowny pose. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Celtic has faith in you. Thank
Oh,
you for the
gosh.
bit, Celtic.
We shall see. Farm work requires love and dedication. We make sure to treat every single crop like it was a child of ours. When our fields were hit by the attack, I'm sure you can imagine how much that hurt the village, right?
I have a very full man on the floor calling my name. My bed is calling my name right now. I have been sitting here yawning this whole time. I'm so sorry.
I've been yawning for the past hour and a half.
We could just call it.
I'm gonna get
No,
through
we're
this.
investigating.
I'm gonna get through this part and then I'm gonna call it. Yes.
Oh, do we actually have to give this guy a voice?
He looks important.
It's cutscene.
Yeah. I'm still behind Xander though, because he took the old man, so we didn't balance out. He took the chief.
He did.
Okay, let's see what I want to do for this guy. Such a nice day out. Oh, you guys here to do the fishing too? Not exactly. We're officers from the Crossbow Police Department. We're here to investigate the monster attack that took place roughly 3 weeks ago. You don't strike me as our Morrican, but if you know anything about it, anything at all, please do tell us. Oh, so that's what you're here for? If memory serves me right, I was trying to catch a python head around them, so I wasn't actually in the village. You can bet your horses I heard the story afterwards, though.
I see. Well, thank you for letting us have a moment of your time. We'll just have to find these elsewhere.
Sorry I couldn't be more helpful. Man, y'all have to travel all the way out here for police stuff? Not gonna lie, that sounds rough. Oh, that reminds me, you guys happen to fish? A day as beautiful as this comes once on a blue moon. It'd be a shame if you weren't able to kick back and enjoy the sun for a bit. Oh, I can't forget about this either.
Oh, stuff we'll never use.
This notebook is an angler's best friend. You can use it to record every detail about every catch, from color to size. Are you sure this is okay? It's like you're giving us an entire starting kit. I can't kill him, Celtic. I'm a cop.
I'm not saying
no
anything.
worries. I'm a part of the Fisherman's Guild. Our whole mission is to promote the culture and magnificence of fishing. It's common practice for us to have a few beginner sets on hand in case we run into someone interested in fishing. Is this guild a real thing?
This is a stroke of luck. Now we even got a nice hobby we can do between jobs or something.
Right. While one of us, not me, fishes, the rest of us can take the chance to rest.
Rest is a necessity, you know.
Lloyd is trying to prevent the corruption in the police department, not make more of it. From what you're saying, I'm guessing you two are still tired from the walk here. I think about it, the last time I fished was when Guy first taught me. Once Guy joined the police, we never had much time to go, but maybe I should get back into it. If you're itching to try it out, there's a pretty nice fishing spot here in Armorinka. It's literally 5 feet over there. See that little jetty over there? Cast your line around there and you'll get bites in no time. Appreciate the advice. Thanks for everything.
Things that we'll never do.
Actually, by this point in time, fishing has actually been improved. Sorry, I'm working hard, but you're about to get schooled. Which rod, which bait.
I mean, Lloyd said it was like having a starter kit. That's exactly what it was. It was a starter kit for fishing.
Cut our working cart.
Wow.
The fishing actually works in this game.
You caught a fish. Congratulations.
Estelle would be proud.
Yep.
Omelet rice is the real deal, Gofen. If I could have a plate of this on my deathbed, I could die happy.
What exactly? Is omelet rice what I think it is? Isn't it just an omelet on top of rice?
Yes.
Yep.
I assume.
Like you see, like it's like an Asian dish where they do the omelet and they lay it over top of the rice.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I was thinking it was. You know what, Celtic? You can't be on the clock 24/7. Sometimes you just gotta catch a fish. Gotta eat.
Glad to hear my laboring in the kitchen is well worth the effort.
Excuse us. Sorry to interrupt.
Can I help you?
You two have the same face. No,
They
he's got a bigger
almost
nose.
same face.
Yes, actually. You see, we're from the Crossbell Police Department. We were curious to know if you had any details regarding the wolf attack. You remember anything at all?
That incident 3 weeks ago, you mean? From what I recall, everyone had to work pretty early the next day, so we were all asleep by that time. It was like the monsters appeared at the perfect time to strike. Talk about an unlucky break. I'm afraid that's all I can really share with you.
That's about all I'd be able to tell you, too. Most of the guests I've talked to didn't see anything either.
That's unfortunate.
And here I was hoping for some solid evidence right off the bat.
Well, that's how investigations go. Answers only show up when you're patient and steadily gather information.
That may be, but do you think we can take a break? My stomach is going to implode.
Oh, you folks haven't eaten yet. This is the perfect opportunity to get you four hooked on our in-specialty omelet rice on the house.
Oh no, that's not necessarily at all, sir.
Nonsense. Just think of it as my way of welcoming some new friends. Or just think of it as a marketing tactic. Next time you visit America Village, come stop by the Ash Tree Inn for lunch. Haha, can't refuse the generosity, can we?
Lord, we better just take him up on his kind offer if that's the case.
I second the notion.
Well, okay, I guess. We love some omelet rice.
Good deal. Why don't you folks find yourself an empty table while I whip up your meal?
In only a few minutes, 4 trays was brought out. Success after demolishing the deliciously simple meal, felt recovered from their long hike to Amorica Village.
I want to try omelet rice now, and I don't know where to find it in my area.
Let's see here, D.
I don't even know if it's gonna be like I have to go to Chicago to get it. It's gonna be far away. I don't know.
I bet you could make it yourself.
I probably could. Probably be easier. Let's be real.
Yeah, that's the easiest one. Just make
That's
some, just
easier.
steam some rice, put it on a big old plate, and then just make a nice, good omelet. And when you put it on top, you lay it and you cut it open so it falls across.
Alright, thank you guys for watching. We're ending it here. We're all tired. So we're ending it here. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. I'm gonna go raid Neo Matter. He's playing Final Fantasy 14. We're gonna go raid him. Thank you for watching. Bye.